Hey, yo, what's up? It's the voice of the people. Hey, guys, we are at a state that most people can't afford basic things, all right? And if you're watching this, it's probably yourself in general. And what I mean by this is just basic things, man, like, you know, um, shelter, groceries, things like that, man. I was speaking to somebody that we repeatedly have like the same parking situation when I run my specific errands. And I seen this gentleman like, time after time, you know, and I remember him telling me that, he wanted to wait until traffic died down and before he would take off, like he'd get his stuff, you know what I'm saying, and he's sitting, chill in the car and just, and then I remember leaving and coming back because I missed a few things. I needed to grab a few things, right? And what I'm talking about the store, right? And this was hours later, man. I come back and like he's, seat laid back, still in the same parking spot because I like to park in the same area as well. And I just look and I'm like, bro, like it's been hours. Like, what happened? Like, how? What traffic are you waiting to die down? I know traffic is bad. I talk about that in most of my videos. But then it dawned on me. It was like, I think homie is sleeping in his car. And I'm like, it's crazy. It's not a far-fetched thought that popped into my head. And what's disturbing is that it almost seems like that's normalized. People sleeping in their car. And I'm in one of the nastiest states of them all when it comes to the cost of living and prices and things like that in California, Los Angeles. And, these people are out here doing the best that they can. They are stuck, man. And it's sad, man. It's sad to see like these guys are, like I said, they're doing the best that they can. And like if you're watching this, you're probably one of them. And the things that we hear is that, hey, maybe you guys should work a little harder. Maybe you could pick up another job or another gig work. And those people just don't really fucking understand yet because they never been in that situation yet. Most people that come to the conclusion that you need to stop working this place and just go jump and work to that place, and then stop working at that place and go jump to work in that place, all that shit is just gonna have you stressed out and in the fucking poorhouse. Because it does not matter where the fuck you go when it comes to a job or wherever you're trying to make money. The reason why you leave, more than likely, most of the time, is because the money may not be correct in your perspective. So you'll go and get another one, and you may get close to what you made before, but more than likely you won't. And now you're just what? You may be driving farther. Now you got to deal with an asshole boss that wasn't like that boss in the previous, and now you more than likely gonna have to slap him and get fired, right? Or you're gonna say something, and then they're gonna put you in one of those whole, all eyes on you situation, and you'll get fired. And the problem with that is that this is not the time and place to be getting let go or getting fired, because remember, jobless claims is at an all-time high right now. So people are not finding jobs like that, right? Especially if you don't speak a specific language, right? If you just speak your normal language, you got your little degrees, that shit don't even matter anymore. right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You could have more degrees than a thermometer right now, and you're gonna be struggling to find something, and when you do, you're gonna be next to the person that didn't have it. Right? So what I'm saying is that things are getting tough, man. It's hard for, the average person to, to get the things that are just necessary, like a place to live. Why is it so tough for people to have to get a place to live, right? And that's not the only challenge. And then you have to, have good credit, right? So you got to make sure that shit's intact. That's a whole nother monster itself. Maintaining credit is a whole nother monster. Everything got to be paid on time. You fuck up one time and that shit sends that motherfucker down. Like the stock market crash in 2008. So you got to focus on that. And you can't fuck that up, because remember, you need that in order to apply to get into a place, right? Right? Let alone that you got to pay you have to make 3 times the rent in order to qualify to get into that place, right? So if you're in California, Los Angeles, and the rent for 1 bedroom is going $3,500 to $4,000, you got to pay 3 times that amount. And now you're asking yourself, hey, do I, get this place, or do I, get some soft blankets with the money that I do have and sleep in my fucking car? Now you probably understand where this is coming from. And yes, some people do that shit for views and stuff like that. And those people are idiots. But majority of people are doing it, and it's not by fucking choice. People just can't find a place to live. When they go to the grocery store, they just, for some reason, can't seem to walk out with 4 or 5 bags in their hand. I'm a millennial, so if you guys are of the age generation after me, do you ever see many people walking out with like baskets full of shit anymore? Like sodas and shit hanging off the side of the basket, and shit up underneath. That don't happen no more. If you notice that, motherfuckers walk out, they got a whole basket, and they got like a bucket of cherries in that shit. It's like, come on, man, it's crazy. And it's not getting any better. And that's the sad part about it. And those are the necessity things that you need, man. You need groceries, shelter, and a place to live, right? So when I was mentioning to you guys about the guy in the car, it's just sad to see, dude. It's sad to see. Like, not only is he gonna go in there and struggle trying to buy the groceries, but come back and this is where you're gonna live for who knows for whatever long. And for all you folks out there that have assistance and things like that, this administration is cutting all that shit. I'm sure you noticed that when you also can't go in there and get some of the shit that you needed, that you once could get, that would help you while you're waiting for while you're waiting to get paid, right? Or however that works. It's like now people are in a position that when they get paid, they have to budget. And then you have to scale back. And it's like, how many times are you going to fucking do that? How many times? How many times can you possibly do that? For it to dawn on you that we're in a state of emergency. It's like you can't even wait 2 weeks, because you're already thinking about how the checks that's not here, you've already spent that in your head, and also based on all these bills that you got to take care of. So it's crazy right now, man. And I just wanted to you know, run that by you guys, man. You guys stay focused, and like keep your ear to the streets, man. Don't get distracted with all this entertainment stuff, stuff like, Diddy's bullshit and sports and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, you like sports, sports is cool, but to a certain extent, don't let that like fully take over your mind. And, also, keep track of your health, man, and stuff like that. So that way, it can help you, in the future, because that's also most important. But if my thoughts resonated with your thoughts, like and subscribe. This is the voice of the people. I'm out.